guilty pleas for two parents accused of leaving their young daughter locked in a makeshift cage. Shannon and Brian Gore entered those pleas today, just hours after jury selection began in what was expected to be an emotional case. 10 on your side's Andy Fox is live in Gloucester with these late-breaking details. Andy?
Tom and Nicole, we first broke this story on WAVY.com. The Gores pleaded guilty because they knew the jury would not be with them. They did not plead guilty before this afternoon because they wanted to see how the jury selection was going, and it was not going well. I was listening to a lot of it, and the jurors who were saying that they could be impartial, clearly it was in question, and that's why they ended up pleading guilty. Now, this is scene video from what happened 2 years ago. 10 on your side has been on this story for 2 years since it happened. Before the guilty pleas were accepted, the judge, we found out officially that the 6.5-year-old was found in a crib made into a cage, that the girl's knees were up to her chest, and that the heels were touching her buttocks. She had been in that position for weeks and perhaps months. The medical experts would have testified the 6.5-year-old had the weight of a 6-month-old, 15 pounds, that she had the head circumference of a 3-year-old, and that's important because the experts would say that's when she started going through severe malnutrition. She was actually eating her hair and her feces because it became a natural reaction of her starvation state and her body. That's why the Gores had no choice, could not risk sending this to a jury, and we talked with the attorneys afterwards.
We wanted to see what response we would get from jurors, prospective jurors. So the response we got was they'd heard all about the case, and somehow they're going to put away the facts that they've learned and not consider any of that. But you know, in human nature, you really think that happens? Because I don't.
The aggravated malicious wounding is a charge that carries a significant amount of time in jail, potential for that, and the reason for that is it is alleged, and now they have pled guilty to this kind of charge, which we put out for the court, or we summarized for the court, that it caused permanent and significant physical impairment for her.
And that's the reason why the Gores just could not send this to a jury, and in the end they changed their pleas to guilty. They will be sentenced on June 10th, and they will be doing a pre-sentencing report, but in the end the Gores, as we reported yesterday, an attorney just cannot send a case like this to a jury, and then in the end they ended up changing their pleas to guilty. That's the latest from Gloucester. Andy Fox, 10 on your side.